Hello and welcome back to Songs of Six. Welcome back. It's been a couple days. I've been busy working on this city. As you guys may have noticed, I also put out a little bit of a money guide earlier. That's just because, YouTube pays me now, so I may as well start to put out some extra side content, get that hustle going. Hopefully people don't mind, because personally I think that the video I put out has enough information that it's valuable, and it's probably something people are going to need to know, because I've got a lot of stuff to tell you guys, and I don't think everyone wants to sit through the entire 20 to 30 minutes of me talking, especially these early videos where I'm just kind of scrolling through the city and not talking or doing anything. I don't think people like that, but the people who are viewers, Fiend viewers, I think they enjoy that, and that's kind of what I've always done, so I stick to it. The main reason I haven't been uploading though is I kind of lost my voice, so if you hear me have a little bit of a problem, it's just because I lost my voice, and it's still a little bit rough, but I really like to show you guys what I've got going, because I've completely changed the entire city. I've revamped everything. We have this amazing town center where all the people are swimming and dancing and relaxing. There's all kinds of great stuff. We have these 4 bathhouses. I have great services. That's 3/4 of the way done with the services. Our religion, we have temple access. Oh, I didn't even scroll over the temple. We have everything except for the occupation for retirement here, and we are educating people. We've got all kinds of good stuff here. Usually our riches are up here. Yep, like I said in the other video, the little tutorial, I have tons and tons of money coming, so it's kind of hard to start here where I should start with, so I'm going to start from the start at the beginning of the town here. Obviously nothing has changed here. This import zone has to be changed. This is the last thing to change, but My population keeps growing, and I still constantly need more laborers. My army keeps growing, and it's always a back and forth. I need more and more people, and I need more people to protect the city, and I need more people to do jobs, and I don't have enough people to do those jobs. Speaking of which, I also saw a spot I should fix over here. So there's a lot of stuff to do, and personally I'm having a decent time, but if I was playing as any other race than humans, I'd probably be bashing my head off the wall trying to get through this, because what I have set up here is basically, I'd call the work zone, and all of this here is producing enough resources and finished goods so that I could finish building the core of what my city is. So this is the core of the city, and then we're gonna have the excess area over here. So there's gonna be the throne room and all kinds of other storage. Everything that we need is gonna be back here. The work sites will likely be all on the outskirts of the buildings, or the walls here. So I'm going to try to line them up like this, and maybe surround on this side. The roads are a little off-put. It's a little annoying, but I couldn't fix that, so they're off by 2. This tower and this tower, I thought they were the same length, but they're not. They're off by 2, so this is a little bit longer. So I have the idea that this will be a rectangular city, so a lot of the military stuff over here is going to be kind of different size, and we're going to have I need to put an archery range. So this is the last thing that got moved, so I may as well start with that first. So everything that gets finished was brought over here. I had put little haulers in here, basically allowing for pretty decent amount, like this size. A couple haulers for whatever resources were necessary for here. Gave them the max zone. And then I just let them get to work. They eventually grabbed all the resources, built these 2 buildings, and then I had to purchase the iron necessary to upgrade them, because we have no laborers and our iron is just so short. But what I do is I sell all of my excess stone and coal and cotton, because we have towns that are set specifically for all of those goods to be coming in, and I will go over that in a minute. They are much more organized than they were before, and that, in my opinion, is easier for the person trying to manage them, basically myself. So if you're building your towns, you could put every different building in there and have them give you every different resource. It's definitely a viable option, but I think that personally I want each town to have a specific product that they're producing or a resource. Then they're sending that specifically to me, because they can max their levels out on that. But it seems to imply that Jake wants you to do a bit of both. I honestly don't know, but I'm testing it out. I'm testing everything out. So this is the military half of the city. I had gone and put services over here, so it's a little different than the services over here, where they're stacked on top of each other. We have them side by side, and then we have all of our other services down here. Everything from hearths, extra wells, we have speakers. There should be 1 speaker and another speaker over here, but we don't have that. We have the shrines to Athuri, trying to upgrade all of these. We have our stages, we have some stocks sitting in here. We have a fight pit, upgraded fight pit in here, dungeon next to it, scaffold, as well as a court, tavern. This is what I was talking about in the Telepi series. This is a service zone. But you still aren't even done, because that's not all the services. You need this, you need this, you need this, the hospital physician, you need a market, you need another tavern, because the tavern that you had is not big enough. And you just fucking constantly build in tons and tons of buildings. And so, oh, beep beep. Of course, today's the day for everyone to be making background noises, so we're just going to go along with it. But yes, there's so much services that need to be done in this tiny little area. And to be honest, for the size of your map, the amount of people you want to fit on it, you're asking for a lot. You're asking for a lot, because this barely services all the people, apparently. Wait, why is it saying... Actually, no, I don't think it's because of the food. I think it's because the amount of food that people are getting. So we're going to actually drop that down to 2, so that they can potentially keep up with how many services are available. You can see they're upgraded, and you can see the amount of services here, but the problem is there's not enough food. They ideally should be bringing food here. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. Because I took away... I was trying to keep... I'd like to see their food preferences go up. But for some reason, despite having only access to their food preferences, they're still unhappy. So I guess it doesn't matter if I give them fruits. We may as well give them back their fruits, so that they can keep their services up. So this part of the town is the military half. We have all of our training grounds here. We have space for 340 guys, I believe. 320 guys, so 640 total. And I have them set down so that I have some spare workers. So this, in my opinion, is a good idea if you don't want to have your troops constantly training, but you do want to have people training. So you have some workers, some training. If you need to get ready for a big battle, or you're trying to prepare for a season of war, it's good to have, just max this out, just put it full, and have all your guys train up. So what I have for my military currently is my 3 divisions of 150. These are the professional soldiers. They are well equipped and well armed. They should be better equipped. Eventually I'll give them full armor and full weaponry. Then we have our green swords, or spears, whatever you want to call these. These are the secondary division. They are basically our regular soldiers, not the elite soldiers, but the regular troops. We have 2 groups of what I'd call 450, because they're supposed to be in groups. So there's 900 total of them. And then we have our 300 archers here down at the bottom, and then we have our militia trainee groups, basically. These divisions are, it says 115, Jesus. I don't know if, I think that's a mistake there. These guys are basically the groups that are going to be the mop-up, backup troops, kind of bolster our numbers. Ideally, we'll give them a little bit more training. I'd like them to be at 20% training instead of 10%. And some of them still have their additional training from other regiments that they were a part of, because they got shuffled around. I have no clue what happened there. Anyways, our troops are good. We have very good defense. We have allocated technology into pretty much every single thing possible. I put so much technology in all of this, into advertisement, into morale drilling, offensive and defensive training. So that's why our guys, our troops here, if you look, even the weaker guys have a 0.7. Just because of my technology, even the weaker guys are better than average. So our special trained divisions here, they have a chance to be stronger than your average division at their max training, because the AI, I don't think, has access to that technology. So you can always get the better of the enemy because of the training boost there, which is really, really good. So back to our little town center here. This was originally where all the people lived. This is where all the people lived, and we had all of our services here. I had moved them over here. This is where I started the move, and I began with this building. Well, actually, I technically began with this admin building here, and I built over, and I still have plenty of space for admin. So I think there's 168 here, and we have room for 108 more guys here, which is a lot of admin. We have this whole building full. This one is not. We have room for 220 some odd more guys. I think 18 more guys. And then this library as well, it hasn't been opened yet at all. So there's room for another 126 librarians to get to work. And that would boost my knowledge to the sky and beyond. I am positive that I do not need more than this. And if I do, I will likely build them on the outside or somewhere else. I don't know, but I probably won't need more, especially with the technology that I already have allocated. I don't need to use it for anything other than just boosting these and potentially boosting some of these other things. Maybe we'll need some, who knows. We have our university, which is a big part of the help that's going to come with that, and I'll probably put like another lab or library over here, just to make sure that I don't run out of space. But we're going to be educating our guys to What I have them trying to do is educate to 50% at 60 a pop. So there's 60 people at a time training or learning. And every day, once they get to 50%, they will graduate, quote unquote, and go on to their job with 50% knowledge. And we can see that our total education here is 30% for all the population. So we need roughly half of our population to get a little bit more intelligent. And then once they hit that point, then I'll start to boost this up a little bit, and then give more people a little bit more knowledge. Hopefully we can get a bigger surplus of labor so we can actually do that. And then here is our giant temple to a Thuri. I don't know how I'm so stupid and didn't scroll over this in the intro, but here it is. This is the massivest temple to a Thuri. We have a little hauler outside who's delivering Sithalon, which I am actually purchasing because I have so much money and I need to spend it so that I don't get capped by my neighbors. But to be honest, when it comes to diplomacy, now we're done with the city here for the most part. I did have some tits. I do have tits. I did have some tips and tricks for the town, but I completely forgot them because I've been just playing probably for 6 or 7 hours. I've been just keep going because I couldn't talk. I actually lost my voice completely to the point where I was unable to talk. And basically was just sitting here trying to get the city to a point where I felt good enough to say that we're doing great, we're doing phenomenal, we're doing awesome. And this here is our regions. So each region has a name. Each region is giving me a specific resource that's helping me out overall. You can see we have 21 total towns, and you can see I've named them cotton, worker, fruit, etc. Some of them, like fruit here, give me opiates. That's just because that's the most convenient way to do it. But I think the most important thing, and then this one here, I've been purchasing towns from people. So I go along, save up enough money. Once I have 10 million or whatever, I'll purchase a portion of their territory. I have purchased 3 of his territories for over $45 million, basically. And it's crazy because you think, well, why don't you just save that money and use it for something else, and you could just capture them. No, well, why would I do that if I can easily, peacefully solve the problem by just buying the stuff that we like? So Ducal, this is what I was going to show you guys. Ducal Splade here is still my homie, still in the positive. They don't see me as a threat. They really don't see the wealth as a problem because we have chivalry, we have a defensive pack, we have a trade partner, and we're boosted. So we need to just get some emissaries to send to him, and as soon as we got that going, it's gonna be easy as pie. And we've got these guys who are also pretty happy. This is the guy I've been buying the property from, and he is actually very happy with me because he's got the $75 million. Probably had like 30 million when I started talking to him. And this guy, Blair's Stance, he hates the shit out of me, and Medea hates the shit out of me. So these are guys that we could actually fight, but this guy's realm is literally only 43 people. So if I wanted to and felt like it, I could just purchase the cheapest mercenary army possible, or even go balls to the wall and buy a crazy big one and send it over there and kill his 43 guys with that big ass army. But his region has nothing in it that I want. I do not need anything from this region, although it does appear to be kind of large. We're looking for large regions, or regions that have resources like stone, regions like this here that have extra access to gems, anything that might have Sithalon. This guy has ore. So these guys over here, they look kind of enticing. Along the mountainsides seems pretty enticing, but for the most part we probably won't go into this region because this is a friendly territory. I'm trying to expand all the way over here and get to this portion of the map. If I can hug this whole, all of this mountain and own this region and push down and basically have Ducal Splade here, take out everyone else in between, I'm okay with having it be red and blue. I really would like to keep them as my neighbor. Like I said, they really feel like a good ally. He sends valuable stuff. He will ask for very little, and he's just a chill, pretty much chill ass dude, and I send him free shit all the time because he's just my dude like that. So yeah, we've got our homie down here in each of our towns. The money towns, I do want to go over a little bit more in detail, kind of what the money towns are. The video I put out was a shorter video, kind of telling people to just get the tax office here. But in reality, it's a little bit more complex than just get the tax office. You want to have a very good support system going here. And I had a lot of these towns producing like cotton, grain, etc. You can see I can still produce other stuff in this town. I have extra space, 3 workforce. I'm not doing that because ideally I could just put a road in. The dirt road will help with the proximity, overall boosting everything, and then you can give them a little bit more of that. Or I can't actually, there's not enough. So I have roads in every single region for the reason of actually lowering the proximity, helping troops and things move around quicker, or any region that I can't afford it. Jesus. And this region, like for example here, is producing leather and meat as well as livestock. This guy here, once the other region up here, he should actually be renamed. We'll name him Iron Town because he's actually producing the stuff that's needed for iron, coal, and the ore. This guy will eventually replace this guy here so that we could put something like Woodcutter and just rename him to Woodtown. And once I had at least a few of these guys set up, I felt comfortable to get the tax office here. It's not worthwhile to get the tax office here like this because you can see I can't do anything with that. But if I was to drop this down, I could get more levels to it. I'd have to actually probably remove this altogether. Oh, I see. I just don't have enough admin. Admin is one of the main things that's going to hold you back on getting this. But the amount of taxes you collect, you can see, look, if I remove it, it's at 10. You add that, that's 11. So that added 1,500. And then you get the bank, that added 2,000. You can upgrade it, that added another 3. Another, and then not to mention, it's based off of happiness, so you can boost their happiness in here, give them something like that, and you'll see their amount of money you can get go all the way up to at least 50,000. So it's really, really valuable to get these things going. I'm actually gonna probably switch this over like that, so that is it gonna drop? Yeah, it's for some reason dropping my population. Yeah, sometimes if you build over the max there, it will try to drop the population. So make sure that you're checking that. It's a weird little bug thing there, but now I can rename him to Moneytown. And now we have 3 tax offices. So you have a total of 4 that you can get, and ideally you want to put them in regions that are able to maximally effectively take advantage of that. So larger regions or regions that aren't really useful. He's fine being a money town for now. Eventually one of these guys out here, probably this guy. Is this a region? It's kind of hard to tell with whatever this sparling here. I think this gentleman is, yeah, he's got 3 little areas here. I'm definitely going to take this guy out. And this person, Flan's Republic. Flan's Republic. So this is the great state of Flan's Republic. Do I not have diplomacy? Oh, they are up here. They were just off the screen there a little bit. So they are my homies as well. But I need to keep expanding. I need to keep expanding because we have so much more to do. Ideally, I'd like to have at least 10,000 people in the city so I could say it's the best city I've ever made. Give Jake the city as a example city and say that this is a human example city, and then move on to another race, another series, another great city. But anyways, that's it for today. I've been just going for way too long, and the tank is on empty. I appreciate all of you guys who've been sticking it out, especially the people who come back after a little bit of a hiatus. guys are all the best. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. Say goodbye to Ogre Williamson. Taking a nasty little bath there. Look at his little booty. Dangling out in the open. Speaking of booties, we need to get rid of these pixelation. Oh, I fucking forgot the best part. This is why you stay to the end. The Tilapia massage parlors. The Tilapia massage parlors, yes. I have Tilapias massaging the hell out of my humans. Every single one should be in here. All of my Tilapias are massaging the heck out of people. And they're doing a good ass job at it too. And with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.